The first exercise that I'm going to show you guys is the farmer's walk. Now, you're going to need a heavier set of dumbbells for this exercise, and what we're working on here is really the grip strength. So it's how long can you hold these dumbbells. So as we're walking, our dumbbells are by our side. We're going to be walking at a steady pace, walking heel to toe in a nice controlled fashion. We want to make sure our butt is tucked underneath us and our chest is up and our shoulders are down and back, arms fully extended, squeezing the hell out of that dumbbell, making sure we don't let go no matter what. So as you see, as the set fatigues, the dumbbells are going to start to slip out of your hands. You're going to correct by squeezing even harder until you physically can't hold the dumbbells anymore. So again, great for grip strength and a must add to your forearm routine. Exercise number 2 is going to be the rear fronted rotation. Now, we're going to hold the dumbbell like we're doing a hammer grip curl, so a neutral grip. We're going to let the dumbbells come down by our side with our arms fully locked out. Our pinky is slid down to the back of the dumbbell, so the front of the dumbbell is going to sag in front of us. Now, what we're going to try to do is move the dumbbell up as high as we can, so we're doing a 180-degree rotation with the top of the dumbbell. The front part is going to be facing the ceiling by the time you're done. And with the muscle groups that you're working during this exercise are the brachioradialis and the extensor radialis. And these are two important muscle groups if you're trying to maximize your forearm growth. So make sure you add this exercise into your routine. Exercise number 3 is going to be the fronted rear rotation. Now, it's going to be backwards to the previous exercise. So this time, our arms are down by our side. We're still in that hammer grip. Our fingers are going to slide to the front of the dumbbell. So your index finger and your thumb are going to be capped at the top of the dumbbell. And what we're going to do is rotate 180 degrees backwards. So that back part of the dumbbell is going to come up and it's actually going to touch your forearm at the top of the rep as we come all the way back down to the beginning. So the muscle groups you're going to work during this exercise are the extensor carpi ulnaris and also the anconeus, which are two more important muscle groups to work your forearms maximally in order to maximize forearm growth. So make sure you add this one into your routine as well, guys. Exercise number 4 is going to be the seated dumbbell wrist curl. Now, with this exercise, we're using two dumbbells at the same time, so both arms are going to be down on your knees, and your hand is going to be hanging off the edge of your knees in order to maximize the range of motion for this exercise. Now, you want to let the dumbbell slide down as far as you possibly can. Your fingers will actually release just a little bit in order to get a maximal contraction. So as they come down your fingers, you're curling up with the wrist as everything else remains stationary on the forearm. And what we're doing with this exercise is working the flexors of the forearms, which are a very important muscle group if you're trying to develop your forearms. So you want to make sure you're doing these in your routine, so you can do them seated, standing, anyway. You want to make sure we're working those flexors, guys. Exercise number 5, guys, the final exercise is going to be the seated dumbbell reversed wrist curl. So with this exercise, it's going to remain the same as the last exercise, except we're going to flip our palms over. So our hand is still coming off the edge of our knees. We're going to let the dumbbells come all the way down and curl all the way up. And now with this exercise, what we're doing is instead of working the flexors like we did in the last one, now we're working the extensors as we come up. So you want to make sure you're training the forearms both ways, so the flexors and the extensors, in order to maximize the overall forearm